I'ma be on the TV.
Hey guys, it is Brent Daniels here, and we are going out on the streets. It is this video is going to show you exactly how to get your first deal. If you have zero budget, if you've never done any deals in wholesaling, but you've got that passion, you've got that drive, that inner pilot light that's just on fire, that needs to be fed, that you want to go from believing that you can do it to that being an absolute fact. That's what this video is all about. So we're literally driving, we're gonna drive down and we're gonna go driving for dollars. I'm gonna show you exactly how I did my first deal ever, how I did my first $250,000 in this business with like zero budget. Like I didn't have any money. I was just going on, you know, I was sitting at home, honestly, just sitting at home saying, I need to do something. I need to go out. I need to be able to figure this wholesaling thing out. I need to be able to find deals. I don't want to wait around for anything. I don't want to spend money. I didn't have money to spend on marketing. So how do I do it? So I just knew if I went around and I found addresses that looked like they needed a lot of work, that I could write down those addresses and try to get a hold of the homeowners. And that's exactly what I did. And that's exactly what we're going to do here on this video. I am going to show you exactly how to do it, the process step by step on how to do that, so you can get your first deals and start making an impact in your marketplace, in your community, and start wholesaling. Like wholesaling is hitting the lottery. Wholesaling is like, it is just a cash machine. You can go out every single day, be proactive, and provide incredible value, and that incredible value returns so much income to you and your family. It is incredible. So this is for everybody out there that's just trying to figure out how to get their first deal, what to do. This is exactly what you need to do. It's going to be bananas. You're going to love it. We're out and about. We're going to go to South Phoenix. It's a rougher area, so there's going to be so many opportunities to find properties that need love, that need renovation, that need families to live in them. And we're going to go out and we're going to find these properties. So it's going to be really, really, really cool. So just driving, you know, I want to take a little, this is just kind of my thoughts on all this, you know, driving around, you know, a lot of these YouTube videos, people are driving around in really nice cars, the Range Rovers, the Ferraris, the Lamborghinis, the Porsches, whatever. I'm here in my 2011 Acura. You know, I truly believe that when you earn money, you have two options. When you have that money, you have the ability to invest that money, or you have the ability to consume something with that money. And, you know, some people love, you know, investing in properties and everything, and I think that that's the smart choice. But I also think that a lot of people get a lot of hate, and people get salty when people are posting that they bought these new cars and they're young and they're doing these things and they're showing off and everything. I have a totally different perspective on that. I think that it's beautiful. I think that it's wonderful that people do that. That's not my life. That's not what I do. But I think that it's beautiful that people do that. And I have a great example for you about that. I have a really good friend here locally that wholesales more properties. It's unimaginable. But he came from the Middle East. He was born in the Middle East. There was literally gunshots going off and bombs blowing up, and they lived in, you know, like dirt floors. And they came to America and they fought, and his family, you know, put together money and tried to do everything they can to rise up and into the American dream. And he's done it. He's worked and worked and worked and is obsessed with this business. And he went out and he bought, through this, all of the value that he's provided, he wanted to buy something that was valuable to him. He bought one of the nicest Lamborghinis I could imagine. And to that I say, hell yeah. I say that is what it's about. I understand that it's expensive. I understand that you need to get higher insurance, and it costs a lot of upkeep, and you got to do certain things, you know, and it's an expensive toy, quote unquote. But people that are hating on that, just think about the perspective before you really start hating on it. Where did people come from? What did they rise out of to show that they're successful? Yeah, of course it's showing that you're successful, but I mean, that's beautiful. Don't you think that's beautiful? I think that's beautiful. Actually in the streets, we're in the neighborhood, we're writing down properties that need a lot of love in just driving up and down the streets. For example, let me back this thing up a little bit. I'm looking at this house, and I'm looking at what's going on here. I see that, you know, there's a tin roof kind of covering the front. Looks like the roof is new, but the windows, this is an older house and the windows are old. That's a great indicator. Look for how old the windows are. Look for, you know, the blinds, the old school 1-inch blinds that are all yellowed now. You look for, you know, the grass and in the front of it. Does it need some love? This would be a perfect remodel for anybody because it's in a kind of decent area, but you can get some value out of this property. Does that make sense? So what I do, and I'm not going to write the actual street address because, you know, privacy reasons, but what I do is I just write the street that we're on, okay, street, and then I'll write down the number of this house. It looks like this is 1154. And what I'll do is I'll just go down this street and I'll write down the addresses for each property that needs some love, that need a renovation, that need a tasteful remodel. And then I just keep driving and driving and driving and writing it down. And then all of a sudden I have 50, 100, 200, 1,000 different addresses of all properties that need renovation. This is it, baby. This is the goal. This is what you need to do. Then what you do is you go to your tax assessor website. It's online, and you find the homeowner's information, and you put that into Excel, and then you upload that list into batchskiptracing.com. You use a coupon code Brent, and you get it at 20 cents an address, and then you get their phone number. And you get to call them. You literally get to just call them up and talk to people. That's it. That is exactly how I did my first $250,000 in this business with, I mean, what does that cost you? It costs you a pen of paper, pad of paper, a pen, you know, it costs you 20 cents an address when you're skip tracing, and then you already pay for your cell phone, so all you're doing is you're just talking to people. You're just picking up the phone and you're taking proactive action every single day. And Driving for Dollars is the #1 list by far. It is the Babe Ruth. It is the Joe Montana. It is the Michael Jordan of lists. It is the absolute best list that you can call. So all you got to do is do exactly what I just showed you. You just drive around. You write it down. Now there's a couple different apps that you could use if you want to. If you want to. I think that the accuracy is a little off, and I want it to be perfect because it's such a valuable list. But there's a Driving for Dollars app, and then there's also Property Radar has an app. So there's different apps that you can do. Now sometimes you get to a house and there is no, like this house right here, it has no, can you swing around? There is no, I have no idea what address that is. Right? It's not on the mailbox, it's not on the curb, it's not on the house. So what you can do is you can literally grab your phone, you can go into your mapping app, just like this, and you can drop a pin. Okay, we're gonna give you some more, I wanted to give you some more looks at what you're looking for. I want you to really know what you're looking for when you're driving for dollars. So if you look at this house right over here, I mean, look at this. This is prime time. It's an older property, but look at it. It has so much charm to it. It can be so nice. I mean, you can see things are pitching. The plaster is flaking off. The roof needs it needs to be totally replaced. I mean, you could go into that house and make it really outstanding. It's got a guest house to it. I mean, look at this street. I mean, look at across the street. There's some charm here, absolutely. And you know, I mean, let's just drive through this and see if there's any other properties. I mean, look at this. Okay, you've got, you know, some decent looking houses here. I mean, this one looks like it needs a little bit of cosmetic, right? A little bit of cosmetic, but not bad. But this one here across the street, look at it. You know, there's just dirt on the ground. There's not mature landscaping. The old windows, those are original windows. I mean, what's going on there? You know, the dirt driveways. I mean, this is just prime time. And then if you look at the one next to it, it's really funny because, not funny, but it's just this house next. I wholesaled this house. I found this Driving for Dollars. I did this house. This house was something that we had found about a year ago. From, I didn't drive it, I had my driver. So just to give you a tip, once you guys get going, you can also hire people to go out and build your list. But look how nice this house was. This house looked exactly like the neighbor did just a year ago. I mean, how incredible is that? That's so amazing that you can make such an impact in a community. So we have been driving in kind of rougher neighborhoods, but let's look at something that's a nicer neighborhood, and let's see if we can pick out a property that might need some love on a nicer street. So let's go this way. I mean, look at these houses. They're just beautiful. Beautiful historic houses in Phoenix. And if you're watching this from the East Coast, historic here is like 1940s. I know you've got historic houses where you're at that are like, you know, 1800 or something. But, you know, we're just looking for something like this. Perfect. Look at this. Look at the difference here. This is a house that I would call on. I would want to see what's going on. I want to talk to the homeowner. I mean, it's overgrown. The front of it's not taken care of. It's got, you know, chipping paint, and the windows are rough, and there's just, you know, you could just tell, you could get a sense that that house needs some love. Guys, just use your common sense when you're driving for dollars and get the houses that you know, need some work. They just need work, and write them down. Get them skip trace, get their phone number, reach out to them, TTP, and make an impact. This is another great example. This is a very charming house, but where's the landscaping? Where is the grass? You look just down the way. Look at it. The backyard, there's nothing there. There's nothing going on. The back garage looks like it needs to be, needs to be renovated. I mean, that could be a beautiful house. What's going on with that? I want to talk to that homeowner and see if they want to sell that property. Maybe it's been a rental for them. Maybe it was inherited. Maybe they can't take care of it any longer, and they need somebody that's going to come and do something really great with that property. So you got to reach out. Even on the nice streets in your neighborhoods, there's opportunities there, and those are the best deals. If you can get those deals where it's on a great street but it needs a lot of love, oh my gosh, that's bananas. That's where you make the big deals. So, start getting out there, start driving around and finding those great properties that just that people want to sell, that need to sell, that want to sell, and that want to sell. They don't need to sell. Remember, there's a big distinction between need to sell and want to sell. You want to find the people that want to sell, because those are the people that sign a contract. Plenty of people need to sell but don't, because they just can't make a decision. So find those people that want to sell. All right, you're awesome.